सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरु साक्षात् परम ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम सच्चिदानंदरूपाय विश्वोत्पत्त्यादिहेतवे तापत्रय विनाशाय श्रीकृष्णाय वयं नमः। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्च अर्थेष्वभिघ्नस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदाय आदिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातर आजुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुः तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम योऽन्तः प्रविश्य मम वाचमिमां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्य किल शक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं। समस्तदेवताभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण आचार्येभ्यो नमः। परब्रह्मणे महाविष्णवे ब्रह्मणे सनकादिमुनिभ्यो नारदाय वेदव्यासाय शुकब्रह्मर्षे सूतमहामुने शौनकादि ऋषिभ्यो अत्र्यादि ऋषिभ्यो प्रह्लादादि भक्तजनेभ्यो आदित्यादि नवग्रह देवताभ्यो दशदिक्पालेभ्यो नमो नमः। ओम प्रह्लादादि भक्तजनेभ्यो नमः। मत्स्यादि अवतारेभ्यो नमः। ओम दक्षिणामूर्ति दत्तात्रेय हयग्रीवादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। आदिपराशक्तिमात्रे नमः। माता पितृदेवताभ्यो नमः। आद्य शंकराचार्यवर्यादिगुरुभ्यो नमः। अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। Today is Puja Gurudev's 29th Aradhana. For us, the sadhakas of this Adhyatmika Jivanam and Shastra Adhenam. Puja Gurudev is the beginning, the middle. He is the one who initiated us. He is the one who is empowering and pushing us. And no doubt, He is the one who will give us the experience. So for us, everything is Puja Gurudev only. There is no doubt about it. So we in fact do all the satsanga as an humble offering of ours at His holy feet. So our heart is totally to Him at His feet. Through the chanting of Ashtotra Shatanamavali, we just offer our humble prayers and everything at His feet. So just chant the Ashtotra Shatanamavali of Gurudev and any of the names, Artham, meaning, if we know, just feel that meaning and do whatever is there in that Nama. Om Chinmayam Vyapi Yat Sarvam Trailokyam Sacharacharam Tatpadam Darshitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Shri Chinmayananda Saraswati Sadgurave Namaha. Dhyayami Avahayami Asanapadyarghyasamaniyan Samarpayami. शुद्धोदक क्षीरोदक पंचामृत क्षीरोदक शुद्धोदक स्नानियं समर्पयामि। वस्त्रं समर्पयामि। गन्धं धारयामि। भस्मरक्षां धारयामि। समस्तालङ्कारानाभरणानि च समर्पयामि। अथ अष्टोत्तरशतनामैः पुष्पैः पूजयामि। ॐ ॐ अजाय नमः। ॐ अव्ययाय नमः। ओम अविनाशिने नमः। ओम अचिन्त्याय नमः। ॐ अप्रमेयाय नमः। ॐ अद्वितीयाय नमः। ॐ अनिकेताय नमः। ॐ अनुशासनप्रियाय नमः। ॐ अन्तःसाक्षिणे नमः। ॐ अन्तर्यामिने नमः। ॐ आनन्दाय नमः। ॐ आत्मस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ आङ्ग्लभाषाविदुत्तमाय नमः। ॐ ईश्वराय नमः। ॐ उदारहृदयाय नमः। ॐ उत्साहवर्धकाय नमः। ॐ एकस्मै नमः। ॐ ओङ्कारविदे नमः। ॐ करुणासागराय नमः। ॐ कर्मपरायणाय नमः। ॐ कालातीताय नमः। ॐ कैवल्यस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ कृतात्मने नमः। ॐ कृतकृत्याय नमः। ॐ गीताज्ञानयज्ञप्रचारकाय नमः। ॐ गुरवे नमः। ॐ गुणातीताय नमः। ॐ ग्रन्थकृते नमः। ॐ चिन्मयाय नमः। ॐ छिन्नसंशयाय नमः। ॐ जगदात्मने नमः। ॐ जगत्साक्षिणे नमः। ॐ जनप्रियाय नमः। ॐ जितेन्द्रियाय नमः। ॐ जीवब्रह्मैक्यविदे नमः। ॐ जीवन्मुक्ताय नमः। ॐ जीर्णमन्दिरोद्धारकाय नमः। ॐ तपोवनशिष्याय नमः। ॐ तपस्विने नमः। ॐ तापनाशनाय नमः। ॐ तीर्थस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ तेजस्विने नमः। ॐ देहातीताय नमः। ॐ द्वन्द्वातीताय नमः। ॐ दृढनिश्चयाय नमः। ॐ धर्मसंस्थापकाय नमः। ॐ धीमते नमः। ॐ धीराय नमः। ॐ धैर्यप्रदाय नमः। ॐ नारायणाय नमः। ॐ निजानन्दाय नमः। ॐ निरपेक्षाय नमः। ॐ निःस्पृहाय नमः। ॐ निरुपमाय नमः। ॐ निर्विकल्पाय नमः। ॐ नित्याय नमः। ॐ परमाय नमः। ॐ परब्रह्मणे नमः। ॐ पावनाय नमः। ॐ पावकाय नमः। ॐ पुरुषोत्तमाय नमः। ॐ प्रसन्नात्मने नमः। ॐ फलासक्तिरहिताय नमः। ॐ बहुभक्ताय नमः। ॐ बन्धमोचकाय नमः। ॐ ब्रह्मनिष्ठाय नमः। ॐ ब्रह्मपराय नमः। ॐ भयनाशनाय नमः। ॐ भारतगौरवाय नमः। ॐ भूम्ने नमः। ॐ महावाक्योपदेशकाय नमः। ॐ महर्षये नमः। ॐ मधुरस्वभावाय नमः। ॐ मनोहराय नमः। ॐ महात्मने नमः। ॐ मेधाविने नमः। ॐ यतात्मने नमः। ॐ यज्ञकृते नमः। ॐ लोकप्रसिद्धाय नमः। ॐ वाङ्मिने नमः। ॐ विभवे नमः। ॐ विनोदप्रियाय नमः। ॐ विनयशीलाय नमः। ॐ वीतरागाय नमः। ॐ वेदान्तवेद्याय नमः। ॐ शान्ताय नमः। ॐ शान्तिप्रदाय नमः। ॐ शास्त्रोद्धारकाय नमः। ॐ शुद्धसत्त्वाय नमः। ॐ श्रुतिपारगाय नमः। ॐ श्रोत्रियाय नमः। ॐ सन्न्यासिने नमः। ॐ समबुद्धये नमः। ॐ सच्चिदानन्दाय नमः। ॐ सर्वहितचिन्तकाय नमः। ॐ सत्यसङ्कल्पाय नमः। ॐ सन्तुष्टाय नमः। ॐ साधवे नमः। ॐ सुमनसे नमः। ॐ सुहृदे नमः। ॐ स्वयं ज्योतिषे नमः। ॐ स्थितप्रज्ञाय नमः। ॐ क्षमाशीलाय नमः। ॐ ज्ञानमूर्तये नमः। ॐ ज्ञानयोगिने नमः। ॐ ज्ञानतृप्ताय नमः। ॐ नित्यशुद्धबुद्धमुक्तस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ नित्यशुद्धबुद्धमुक्तस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ नित्यशुद्धबुद्धमुक्तस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ श्रीचिन्मयानन्दसरस्वती Sadgurave Namaha. Pushpai Pujayami. The heart only. Offer beautiful flowers at the feet of Puja Gurudev. Offer Dhupam, Deepam, Naivedyam. Offer Tambulam. Offer Nirajanam. Om Nadatra Sauryo Bhatina Chandra Tarakam. Nema Vidyuto Bhanti Kuto Yamagni. Tameva Bhantamanubhati Sarvam. tasya vasa sarvamidam vibhati. Nirajanam. Offer mantra pushpam, pushpanjali, do atma pradakshina and Sashtanga Dandavat Pranamam at the feet of Puja Gurudev, asking him to bless all of us to live the life as he lived. First, serving the parents and all. Second, fully serving the nation through the profession, the dharmam. Third, studying the Shastras under the feet of Guru. Four, experiencing the truth within. Then fifth, throughout the life, he served the Sanatana Dharma, he served the Shastra Shrutimata, and he served all the Jiva Koti by guiding them toward the Moksha Marga. We also want to live the life exactly like that. May we all invoke Puja Gurudev's blessings in our life every moment for the successful accomplishment of all these five things. And from our side, the inspiration from him, the commitment like him is what? He was tireless. He was relentless. He conquered all the inner and outer limitations while pursuing the goal as well as while pursuing his next goal of serving the world. May that his tireless, continuous, constant, hard work effort be inspiration for all of us. Anytime any of such weaknesses which are hindrances for our sadhana and seva crop up, may we remember Puja Gurudev, draw inspiration from him, come out of those negativities and empower ourselves with that challenging attitude with all those positive qualities and involve in the sadhana, involve in the seva. If in this way, remembering him, remembering all his leelas, getting inspired from him, trying to live life like him, and reach to those spiritual heights. If we can accomplish all this and then offer all this at his feet, then we have truly celebrated his arrival in our life. We have, to some extent, tried to become the true disciple of such great master, who is the expression of the Paramatma himself, who is the expression of the Guru Tattva himself, who is the expression of the entire Rishi Parampara and Guru Parampara. So we pay our pranams, surrenders at the feet of Puja Gurudev. Om Shri Chinmayananda Saraswati Sadgurave Namaha. Om Shri Chinmayananda Saraswati Sadgurave Namaha. Om Shri Chinmayananda Saraswati Sadgurave Namaha. Thank you. From today, we will be doing Parayanam of Bhagavatam Maha Puranam, which we are doing right from the beginning, from the first chapter of 11th Skandha. As we are coming to the conclusion, even after that we go for the 12th Skandha, then this 11th being Mukti Skandha, such a beautiful Jnana Vishayas were told to us. We will not do any explanation, but daily one chapter when we chant, by the time we conclude the Puranam Bhagavatam 12th Skandha, another round of Parayanam of the 11th Skandha is done, that Trupti will be ours. So that is what is the thought. In fact, I wanted to start from the 10th skanda itself, but that one some other time, for 1 month we will take up and we do the parayana of this Dashama skanda of 90 chapters sometime. Daily 3 chapters is we do in 90 days or in 1 month time, the 90 chapters can be done. Whenever the Lord wants, that will happen. But today, Puja Gurudev's Aradhana day and this Shravana Masa, this Mukti Skandha of 11th Skandha of Bhagavad Puranam, Paranam, we will begin daily one chapter. After that is done, we will proceed with our Satsanga. Clear? Let us try that. Om Sachidananda Rupaya Vishwotpatyadi Hetave Tavatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayan Namaha. Om Shri Krishna Paramatmanaha Shri Vedavyasa Guroho Shri Shukacharyasya Samasta Bhagavata Acharyanam Gurunam देवतानां कृपाकटाक्षसिद्धिद्वारा श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराण उक्त परमधर्मरूप शरणागतिप्राप्त्यर्थं सत्यरूप परब्रह्म अनुभवप्राप्त्यर्थं च श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणस्य एकादशस्कन्धस्य पारायणं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. Enjoy that पारायणं 10 minutes. ओम श्री कृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः. श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादश स्कन्धः मुक्तिर्हित्वान्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः. अथ प्रथमोऽध्यायः. श्रीशुक उवाच. ओम कृत्वा दैत्यवधं कृष्णः स रामो यदुभिर्वृतः भुवोऽवतारयद्भारं जविष्ठं जनयन् कलिम्. ये कोपिताः सुबहु पाण्डुसुताः सपत्नैः दुर्द्यूतहेडनकचक्रगहणादिविस्तान् कृत्वा निमित्तमितरेतरतः समेतान् हत्वा नृपान् निरहरत् क्षितिभारमेषः. भूभारराजभृतनायदुभिर्निरस्य गुप्तैः स्वबाहुभिरचिन्तयदप्रमेयः. मन्येव नेर्ननुगतोऽप्यगतं हि भारं यद् यादवकुलमहो यादवं कुलमहो अविषह्यमास्ते. नैवान्यतः परिभवोऽस्य भवेत् कथञ्चित् मत्संश्रयस्य विभवोन्नहनस्य नित्यम्. अन्तः कलिं यदुकुलस्य विधाय वेणु स्तम्भस्य वह्निमिव शान्तमुपैमि धाम. एवं व्यवसितो राजन् सत्यसङ्कल्प ईश्वरः शापव्याजेन विप्राणां सञ्जह्रे स्वकुलं विभुः. समूर्त्यालोकलावण्य निर्मुक्त्यालोचनं नृणां गीर्भिस्ताः स्मरतां चित्तं पदैस्तानीक्षतां क्रियाः. आच्छिद्य कीर्तिं सुश्लोकां वितत्य हि अञ्जसानुकौ तमोनया तरिष्यन्तीति अगात्स्वं पदमीश्वरः. राजोवाच. ब्रह्मण्यानां वदान्यानां नित्यं वृद्धोपसेविनां विप्रशापः कथमभूतो वृष्णीनां कृष्णचेतसां. यन्निमित्तः स वैशापः यादृशो द्विजसत्तमा. कथम् एकात्मनां भेदः एतत्सर्वं वदस्व मे. श्रीशुक उवाच. बिभ्रद्वपुः सकलसुन्दरसन्निवेशं कर्माचरन् भुवि सुमङ्गलमाप्तकामः. आस्थाय धाम रममाण उदारकीर्तिः संहर्तुमैच्छदकुलं सितकृत्यशेषः. कर्माणि पुण्यनिवहानि सुमङ्गलानि गायज्जगत्कलिमलापहराणि कृत्वा कालात्मना निवसता यदुदेवगेः. पिण्डारकं समगमन् मुनयो निसृष्टाः विश्वामित्रोऽसितः कण्वः दुर्वासा भृगुरङ्गिराः. काश्यपो वासुदेवोत्रिः वसिष्ठो नारदादयः क्रीडन्तस्तानुपव्रज्य कुमारा यदुनन्दनाः. उपसंगृह्य पप्रच्छुः अविनीता विनीतवतो. ते वेशयित्वा स्त्रीवेषैः साम्बं जाम्बवती सुतम्. एषा पृच्छति नो विप्रा वो विप्राः अन्तर्वत्न्यसिते क्षणा. प्रष्टुं विलज्जति साक्षात् प्रब्रूता मोघदर्शनाः. प्रसोष्यन्ति पुत्रकामा किंचित् सञ्जनयिष्यते. एवं प्रलब्धाः मुनयः तानूचुः कुपिता नृपा. जनयिष्यति वो मन्दाः मुसलं कुलनाशनं. तच्छ्रुत्वा तेति सन्त्रस्ताः विमुच्य सा सोदरं. साम्बस्य ददृशुस्तस्मिन् मुसलं कल्वयस्मयं. किं कृतं मन्दभाग्यैर्नः किं वदिष्यन्ति नो जनाः. इति विह्वलिता गेहान् आदाय मुसलं ययुः. तच्छोपनीय सदसि परिम्लानमुखश्रियः. राज्ञ आवेदयान् चक्रुः सर्वयादवसन्निधौ. श्रुत्वा मोघं विप्रशापं दृष्ट्वा च मुसलं नृप. विस्मिता भयसन्त्रस्ताः बभूवरद्वारकौकसः. तच्छूर्णयित्वा मुसलं यदुराजस्य आहुकः. समुद्रसलिले प्रास्यतु लोहं चास्यावशेषितं. कश्चिन्मत्स्योऽग्रसीत् लोहं चूर्णानि तरलैस्ततः. उह्यमानानि वेलायां लग्नान्यासन् किलैरकाः. मत्स्यो गृहीतो मत्स्यघ्नैः जालेनान्यैः सहार्णवे तस्योदरगतं लोहं सशल्ये लुब्धकोकरोत् भगवान् ज्ञातसर्वार्थः ईश्वरोऽपि तदन्यथा कर्तुं नैच्छत् विप्रशापं कालरूप्यन्वमोदत इति श्रीमद्भागवते महापुराणे पारमहंस्यां संहितायाम् एकादशस्कन्धे प्रथमोऽध्यायः। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम, श्रीभागवत शरणं मम, श्रीसद्गुरु शरणं मम, श्रीसूत शरणं मम, श्रीशुकदेव शरणं मम, श्रीव्यास शरणं मम, श्रीनारद शरणं मम, श्रीकुमार शरणं मम, श्रीब्रह्मा शरणं मम, श्रीविष्णु शरणं मम, श्री परब्रह्म शरणं मम, श्रीकृष्ण शरणं मम, शरणं मम, शरणं मम। श्रीकृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्रीकृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। श्री कृष्ण गोविंद हरे मुरारे, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेव। ॐ मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्। ॐ श्रीमद्भागवतं पुराणतिलकं यद्वैष्णवानां धनं यस्मिन् पारमहंसमेममवलं ज्ञानं परं गीयते यत्र ज्ञानविरागभक्तिसहितं नैष्कर्म्यमाविष्कृतं तच्छृण्वन् प्रवदन् विचारणवरः भक्त्या विमुच्येन्नरः। ॐ नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ॐ श्रीकृष्ण परब्रह्मणे नमः। श्रीमद्भागवत महापुराणम् एकादशस्कन्धः मुक्तिरेत्वान्यथा रूपं स्वरूपेण व्यवस्थितिः। अथ सप्तविंशोऽध्यायः। श्रीभगवानुवाच। Having extended our gratitudes to Puja Gurudev through the Ashtotra Upasana, having saluted all the Rishimuni Guru Devata, having done our daily commitment and dose of Bhagavata Parayanam, now let us come to our little of Vishleshana analysis, study of the shlokas of Bhagavatam as we are able to do by the grace of again Bhagavan and Guru Parampara. First of all, we have to give up the intellectual lethargy. Then, with that dynamic, active intellect, we have to understand what wrong we are doing. We have to understand what right we have to do. After that, then giving up the lethargies at all other levels, avoiding the wrongdoings, we have to start doing the right things in our life for bettering our own life, for its evolution, wherein our ananda sthai, the level of our ananda starts going on growing. So with that intellectual understanding, let us understand that we are the part of the total world. The world is giving us so much. Therefore, through whatever the situation we are, with whatever the profession we are, with whatever talents we are given, let us develop an attitude of seva to this world, theoretically first, then without any laziness, to enjoy the result of that theoretical knowledge, let us practically be the sevak in the world through our dharma acharanam. Real joy comes only when this theoretical knowledge is practically executed. In the same way, giving up our intellectual lethargy, let us recognize with the intellectual alertness and working, let us recognize the presence of the infinite universal power beyond behind this Jagat, with all his abilities and all Sadguna. And it is He because of whom such wonderful universe is kept in front of us. Recognizing Him, then knowing that it is always good to tune ourselves to Him so that we are empowered continuously, relentlessly with all the required Shaktis so that our life becomes fulfilled. What is to be done for that? Theoretically, all the time in the mood of revering Him, respecting Him, worshipping and surrendering to Him. And the best among all of them is always keeping in his mind as memory and going on extending our prayers to Him. So the upasana, the smarana, the prarthana of that Jishwara, Jagadishwara, Parameshwara, Sarveshwara, Yogeshwara is also to be understood intellectually as most important aspect of life. And this theory again every day we should find time to practice. Then only there is a joy of doing, joy of the result. Excuses of any sort we should avoid. Laziness as postponements of any reason we have to avoid. Instead of this regular wrong thinking of the mind as to how to avoid these spiritual sadhanas, let us use the intellect to understand as to how to overcome any of the inner and outer obstacles and do practically that which we have understood theoretically. Let us change our line of thinking from how to avoid to how to definitely do. Is it not? And it's a big struggle, I know. We are doing this Shastra, Dhenam, Sravanam without break continuously from such a long period. Every time the mind will give excuses as to how to avoid. But luckily, by Guru Kripa, Ishvara Kripa, how not to avoid, how to bring that inspiration back, and how to continue it, that thought is encouraged. Therefore, that type of decision is coming, we are able to do. So far, so good. अब कब तक चलेगा प्रभु इच्छा ईश्वर इच्छा. So the second aspect of tuning to that infinite powerful Lord through upasana, through bhakti and shraddha, which is the theme of this 27th chapter of the 11th skandha. Theoretically we must know and enjoy doing it practically, avoiding all the excuses. This is called practically being sadhaka. And we must know the third one through the intellectual understanding that our faculties have such an amount of energy, power, when they are controlled, tuned. Lot of greater things can be achieved for ourselves and for the world. And how to do all that? Regularizing these faculties, mastering those faculties, so that we always remain in high level of energy and power to do all the chosen goals. That is called as the Yoga Paddhati, the Yoga Marga, in which the Dehendriya Mana Buddhyadi Niyantrana, Vishesha Rup se, the Mana Niyantrana is taught to us. Yoga, Chitta Vritti, Nirodha. Of course, in the Bhakti Sadhana Upasana, in fact, all of them are automatically included by the way, which we will see on 4th or 5th. 4th तो कल ही होगा ना, और 2-3 दिन के बाद हम उस विषय को पूरा एक्सप्लेन करेंगे. So today in our introduction, give up intellectual lethargy, come to know what we are doing the wrong and avoid it, come to know what the best things we can do, theoretically how to do, and be practical. In that, first we talked about Seva and Dharma, second we talked about Upasana and Bhakti, third we are talking about the mastering of our faculties. That is done through the yoga sadhana, the yamas, the niyamas, the asanas, the pranayamas, the pratyahara. Up to this, all the upadhis other than the mana are niyantrita. The karmendriyas, the jnanendriyas, the deha, and the outer world activities all are managed if we understand all these steps and do it. We are going to study Patanjali Yoga Sutra also, mostly in English only we'll do. Then the last three of Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi are for controlling our Chitta, Mana, freeing it from all the unwanted vrittis, the habitual errors of thinking. This also is a must. And theory, if you don't know, it has no use of our intellect. Having known theory, if it is not practiced, we don't got benefit, therefore theory is waste. And all that looks to be foreign, all that looks to be far away from our reach, and we always feel that we are not qualified for that, fit for that. Even to all our friends, relatives also tell us same way. कहाँ जाते हो यार, कहाँ फंसते हो, बाद में देखेंगे, हजार जन्म के बाद, फिलहाल तो let us be indulged in engaged in these things. But these are the either inner mind's wrong suggestion or suggestion by the wrong minds outside. We have to recognize them to be the enemies. We should not allow them to overpower us. I can't do, we have to replace with I can do. And make it I must do and I will do. That is how we have to. Everyone were having every time the inner and outer this type of demoralizations. Among those people who have conquered those demoralizing factors with their own willpower and right choice, they slowly started doing sadhana, reached to great, unimaginable heights. And all those who succumbed to these type of mind suggestions or the suggestion of the wrong people of the world, they remained where they are, and many of them even fallen further down also. Think for ourselves. शुड वी encourage these minds wrong thoughts कि हमसे क्या हो सकता है, अगले जन्म में देखेंगे, हम तो कुछ भी नहीं है. No, these are all negative things. This will, any number of lives we come in every life, the life will be like that only. Every birth, every time the mind will say like that. Every time people will be also the same. Remember एक बात, simple है लेकिन बड़ा रहस्य है. Every जन्म is like this only. जैसा अब है जिंदगी वैसा ही रहेगा हर एक जन्म. Nothing changes by itself. We have to change. Like every day is not happening like every day. And you and I have changed by adding satsang to the day. Thus, our day is changing for us. Those who have not changed their day in this way by adding some spirituality, for them the day is continuing. In the same way, when the day is changed, the life of this life is changed. When this life is changed, next life also will be beautiful. नहीं तो कुछ फर्क ही नहीं रहता. जैसा ऐसा अब है वैसा ही अगला जन्म में सेम इट विल बी. Means what? It won't change. We have to change. When we have to change, why postpone? Right now. And what are the changes to be made? These are the things which we were discussing so far. In the same way, let us again give up the lethargy of intellect and use the dynamic intellect finally to understand about the substratum, the truth, the self, the reality, the Atma Brahma Tattva behind all the seen names and forms. And recognizing that will be the final goal and mukti. Let us be very firm in that knowledge, theoretical. One, that theory is very thoroughly understood. Again, there also, let us give up all excuses and lethargies. Start little by little, entering into that zone of deep contemplation, in the heat of which all the wrong notions get boiled or burnt or removed. Thus, what ultimately remains is the Druk Swarupa, Sarva Vyapaka, Brahma Swarupa Anubhava. So, in this way, we have to give up the intellect's lethargy, use the intellect to know what exactly we have to do and evolve, and after having done, keeping that in the heart always as source of inspiration, avoiding all the pitfalls or temptations or excuses. Each of these things we have to fully involve in throughout the day. That itself should become our duty. That itself should become our seva. That itself should become our entertainment. That itself should become our part time. That itself should become our excuse, that excursion or that picnic whatever it may be, मेरा साधना ही मेरे लिए योग भी है, मेरे लिए रिलैक्सेशन भी है, और मेरे लिए एंटरटेनमेंट है, सब कुछ, like Sri Hanuman ji. Is it not? His life's mission is to do Sri Rama's work of protecting the Rama Bhaktas. And whenever there is a relaxation in between, he relaxes not by sleeping. He only relaxes again by listening to Sri Rama Katha wherever they are happening. If there's nobody who is doing the Rama Katha, if somebody is there to listen, he himself will narrate that Rama Katha. Even to listen, if nobody is there, he will just go on doing Sri Rama Nama Japam. By no means at any time Sri Hanumanji Chiranjeevi is without in this way in his own attunement and tune to Bhagavan Rama. That should be inspiration to us, without any doubt, hesitation. And to accomplish that, what place is suitable, which company is suitable, what preparations have to be done, inner and outer. With little intelligence, we should understand all and keep on doing it. In this way, taking our life in our own hands, taking the charge of our own life, when we charge our life with all these positivities, we are the ones who look back into our own life and say, yes, I have done. Yes, I was not lazy. I did my karma yoga. I was not very filled with raga dveshadi. I did my bhakti to the Lord. I was not restless in my chitta. I did the nirodha of the bhakti. And I was not completely deluded by being only as a jiva or deha. I just contemplated sufficiently about the absolute truth. This priceless satisfaction, contentment, fulfillment, we should try to aim at. He is called as a grown up spiritual person. And then for his achievements, then no stoppage. All devatas, all gurus, everyone starts encouraging them, empowering him, protecting him, and see to it that he reaches heights. Then at one day, we also join their category. Then, like they do, if the Lord wants, the seva to the dharma is again done through our upadhis. That is how the thing. जैसे गुरु लोग पहले हमारे तरह इस पार थे संसार के, अपने गुरु के द्वारा तैरते हुए उस पार चले गए, फिर वो भी फिर इस पार में जो है, जो हम हैं, हमको वो गाइड कर रहे. तीर्णाः स्वयं भीम भवार्णवम जनान अहेतुना अन्यानपि तारयन्ति. In the same way, in Ishvara Leela, that is how it happens. Okay, having understood this, now coming to our 27th chapter of 11th Skandha, we are doing the Kriya Yoga Upasana steps as taught by Lord Krishna himself through Uddhavaji to all of us to practically do after theoretically knowing, and every aspect clearly understood, every aspect perfectly practiced. It is a joy of doing us. There is an empowerment and divinization of every of the faculty. Mutual integration and synergization happens. That gives such a charm of personality that after that any goal we seek, we can easily pursue that goal and achieve. These are all personal gains. More than that, our drushti becomes divinized. Our everything we can start seeing easily with less effort as the expression of Paramatma. Thus, the whole life becomes our worship only of the God. More than these two, the third one is this Upasana Paddhati is given by God. And He Himself gave us the Falashruti. What is that? This ANTAH Karana Shuddhi. Karma Bandha Vimokshanartham Nishreyasa Praktyartham. Is it not? So that Karma Bandha Vimokshana, by His blessings, we achieve through the Upasana Paddhati. What is the feeling of Karma Bandha Vimokshana? I have nothing to lose, I have nothing to gain. Therefore, I have nothing to do in this world except serving the Lord outside, meditating the Lord inside. If that clarity comes, then we are at the stage of Karma Bandha Vimokshana. Then when this is achieved, what then next to be done? Recognize the presence of Paramatma everywhere through the Vedantic the technique of Tattvasi Mahavakya Vicharana. That takes us to Aham Brahmasmi Anubhuti, that is called as Paramashreyas. This Bhagavan sees to it that it happens through us. It happens for us. These are the Falashrutis that will accrue when these upasanas, when we do systematically as given by the Lord. So, how many benefits? The greatest benefit is Garbhabandha Mokshanam Nishreyasa Prapti. At a lower level, our life continuously becomes a worship to the Lord in the form of the world. Third one, a lower one before that is any goal we seek, we can achieve. Because the fourth one, that all our personality has become synergized, integrated, divinized, empowered with all powers because of our disciplined everyday's upasana and puja. A daily upasaka of Paramatma with all the steps given here, not only the practical steps of this sequence of the activities, but with Bharpur Shraddha and Bhakti in him, such person is fit to accomplish anything in the world. A great upasaka can be a scientist, a doctor, lawyer, he can be every professional. He can be a volunteer, he can be a person in NGO and serve the world, he can be a great patriotic person, he can even be a person of spiritual unfoldment. उपासक को ये सारे शक्तियां आ जाती. That is why start upasana and never give up it. Every life we should continuously do. The three levels of upasana are: first is the Murti Upasana, grossly in the Puja room. Second is the same Murti Upasana in our own heart in the Manasika Rupa. Third, same Murti is in the form of the entire world of this world, the Upasana. That's how, as long as we are in the activity with an individuality, our life should be of Upasaka. And when we go within ourselves, we ourselves give up our own Namarupa, Jiva Bhava Tadatmya. We also transcend the Namarupa of the Jagat and we see one substratum which is playing this role of Jiva and Jagat, called as Parabrahma. This is how clearly we have to have theory and then start doing practically, get established. Now, with these 2 years of our regular study, this much clarity and conviction should have come to us. Then this conviction will be forgotten too. One, if we are not consistently listening. Second, if we are not starting to do practice. So today Puja Gurudev's Aradhana, take it as a initiative to start practicing the upasanas or whatever the things which you have not started, start doing. In this way, let us commit and help ourselves. Now, yesterday we have come up to what point? The Lord whom we are worshipping, Narayana, is in our own heart, who has become as a jiva, as if, but behind that jiva, the prana giving aspect to the jiva, who is chanted at the end of the, who is meditated at the end of the Omkara by the Siddha yogis, that prana, that living life only, as our own Narayana or Ganapati, we are invoking in the idol. So, what he said, through the asamanam, pranayamam, then Agni Kriya, making yourself Shuddha, then go to your own heart, see that lotus of heart, see that Jiva Kala Anvi of Paramatma, which is Nadante Siddhabhavitam, and that one we are invoking in the idol which we have placed. Clear? Before that only, the idol which is placed is on a lotus. Lotus is on a beautiful asanam. And that asanam is having Chatushkodam Navashakti. Okay? Jnana, Vairagya, Bala, Aishwarya. These are the four Jnana, Dharma, Jnana, Vairagya, Aishwarya are the four corners. And in that asana, the Navadha Shakti are Vimala, Utkarshini, Jnana, Kriya, Yoga, Pravi, Satya, Aishana, Anugraha. These are the 9 Shaktis. So, Nava Shakti Yukta, Chatushkona Yukta, आसन के ऊपर that Ashtadala Kamala, in that the Karnika, Kesaras, within the Kesara Karnika, in that the idol of the God, in that idol, the Lord in our heart, we are invoking. After which, now that Murti is enlivened Murti, living Murti with full divine life. This bhavana should come to us, and like a living person when he comes to our house, the way we attend to him, in the same way we have to attend. Many times happen, what happens, this bhavana is not generated Therefore, all our upasanas are so reckless and careless, as if we are doing to a stone where there is no jiva, life. Such is never ever the helpful upasana. जैसे कोई लिविंग गुरु या महात्मा या कोई पिता बड़े लोग घर आते हैं, तो जिस तरह से वी आर रिकॉग्नाइजिंग देयर लिविंग प्रेजेंस, in the same way in that idol, the living presence of Mahavishnu, we have to have the bhavana, and that is the first and most important step in the upasana. If that one is not brought, then we will never have the live puja as if we are doing it to the God. Then it is only mechanical. It is without any bhakti and श्रद्धा. वो लगता कैसे है, जैसे पत्थर को धो रहे ऐसे ही लगता है. It is not like doing abhisheka to Lord, but it is only washing the stone. It is not like offering chandana kumkuma to the Lord, it is only painting the stone. There is a difference between offering chandana to the Lord and this painting a stone, is it not? Painting a wall. भावना से ही उपासना बनता है. That we have to start consciously doing. Beautiful. In the beginning, you can put the Shankha Chakra Gada Padma Rupa Vishnu, so that Akara reminds of every Anga of Paramatma, because you are looking at, you can do. Little higher than it is Salagrama. Salagrama, to look at the hands, face, legs, eyes, etc., not there in the idol. But we have to do the bhavana and do the upasana. This is a little higher, because nahi dikh raha, lekin bhavana karna hota hai. So this is what we have seen yesterday. That Padmam Astadalam Tatra Karnika Kesarojvalam Ubabhyam Veda Tantrabhyam Mahyam Tu Uvaya Siddhaye. Up to this we have come yesterday. And to that Lord, right from the Padya, Arghya, Achamana, then Snaniyam, Vastram, then Chandanam, Vasmaraksham, and all these upacharas of Dhupa Deepa, Pushpam, Dhupa Deepa Naivedyam, these are all every day have to be done. Every day doing alone creates, strengthens, stabilizes the Upasaka Bhakta in us. Every day doing alone creates, strengthens, and establishes the Bhagavad Bhavana in that Murti. Every day. We need to do it for such a long time and throughout life, because any day we don't do it, then slowly the mind loses that feeling that it is Bhagavan. Then we start living life again at the very gross level of forgetting Paramatma and becoming Nastika. ये मन हमेशा देखो, मन के साथ व्यवहार करना है. व्यवहार के समय मन जगत को सत्य मानता है. सत्य मानेगा संसार में गिराता है. अब कैसे करें? मन को व्यवहार में लगाना भी है एंड उसको गिरने का रोकना भी है. हाउ टू डू? ओनली वन थिंग, व्हेन इन द mana, through continuous training of through upasana, having the bhavana of Bhagavan all the time. There is no other way. Then only we can be sustaining, stabilizing in Bhagavad Drishti. Else, in a moment's time, the mind will project the world and take the projected world as real and makes us fully worldly. That's what we are going through now. For us, Paramatma is nowhere at all in our life. The world is real, people are real, we are real, our involvements are real. इसमें इतना पक्का हम फंसे हैं. यही तो है मोह, यही तो संसार है, यही तो माया है. Where is that absolute truth beyond all this? And these all continuous changing world of persecutions. Think about it. Now Bhagavan says, while you are doing upasana puja to me, Bhagavan is explaining as if Sara Shodasopachara puja of Mahavishnu in that idol have been done, starting from the Avahanam, Bhadyam, Argham, Achanam, Ityadi. And as I told you 4 days back, in this chapter, Bhagavan at random, he just told the puja steps. All the puja steps are the puja, what do you call, prakriyas. We have to select them, collect them from this text or chapter, arrange them in the order. And we have to do that order. What is that order? We will see after 2 days. And don't imagine that we told something which is not there in Bhagavata here. Or we are saying something other than this. No. What is said by Bhagavan, only in an orderly manner we are doing. Why didn't Bhagavan himself tell orderly? If Bhagavan tells orderly, then what is the use of my presence here? Secondly, Uddhava doesn't need, he knows how to organize the things. Bhagavan went on telling, and in between, this thing remembered, that thing remembered, he just told. You have to organize them. Clear? So here now, if Bhagavan's puja, जब बिठा के हम करते हैं ना, साथ ही साथ, along with him only, here Lord recommends to us to do his own Ayudha puja. There we stopped yesterday. And what are the Ayudhas? Please chant that 26th mantra. Sudarshanam Panchajanyam Gadasi Shuddhanurhalan Musalam Kaustubham Malam Shrivatsam Chanu Pujayed. Every day, these Ayudhas also have to be worshipped because they are inseparable parts of the Lord. The three ways these Ayudhas with Lord are: one way is they are merged in the Lord when they are not seen. Second is when the photograph of Lord is taken, he manifests those Ayudhas and we can see them in his hands. Third, when he uses them for Dushya Shikshana and Ishta Rakshana. In this way, there are three positions of these Ayudha. So all those Ayudhas also, we have to do the Upasana as much we do to Bhagavan. See, that is why that Ayudha Puja is done on Navaratri, Dasara day, October 5, शायद मेरे ख्याल में, हाँ. Is it not? So, Sudarshanam is a chakram. Feel the presence of Sudarshana chakra in that puja mandiram. If that idol already has got all of them, very good, or have a picture, and to that you do. If you are able to do the bhavana in that salagrama only, imagine one hand of the Lord, Sudarshanam is there. Om Sudarshana Ayudhaya Namaha Pushpai Pujayami Rakshamam Pahimam. How much you tune to, what way you use the mantra, in how way you do the upasana or prarthana, that all joy. In your own bhasha also you can do. Bhagavan doesn't matter. He will not feel it. But Sanskrit is always very near and dear to the spiritual sadhanas, therefore prefer this. नहीं तो वो भी संस्कृत अभी नहीं बचेगा दुनिया में. if संस्कृत नहीं बचेगा तो शास्त्र नहीं बचेंगे. शास्त्र नहीं है तो सारा अशास्त्रीय हो जाएगा. And everything अशास्त्रीय is destructive. This way. So bhavana you can have in your own way, in language, but mantrocharana ityadi as they are given in the Sanskrita mantras, that way we chant, it's always good. Sudarshanaya Namaha, Sudarshana Chakraya Namaha, Namaskaromi, Pushpai Pujayami, Mam Raksha Raksha. In the same way, Panchajanyam is a Shankha name. Om Shri Panchajanyaya Namaha, Bhagavat Ayudhaya Panchajanyaya Namaha, Pushpai Pujayami, Namaskaromi, Mam Raksha Raksha. Then Gada Yai Namaha, Gada Rupa Bhagavad Ayudhaya Namaha, Namaskaromi, Puja Pushpai Pujayami, Mam Raksha Raksha. The name of the Gada Bhagavan is Kaumodaki. Okay, Kaumodaki name. It has got its own etymology. Then if you read that Amara Kosham, in that all those meanings are given. अब दिमाग में कितने याद रहेंगे इस जन्म में नहीं होगा. Some janmas, lot of upasana meda devi when we do, everything will be remembered or nothing is remembered, but anything required at that time, it just clicks like Google. You don't have only a phone and the mouth, and just on that Google and say with the mouth, Google, please show me how to destroy myself. Google says, I need not tell you, you know everything. In that way, we should have all that memory. Everything should be remembered. So, the Kaumodaki Gada. Namaskar. Then Asi Om Nandaki Nama Asine Namaha Kadgaya Namaha Sri Mahavishnoho Swarupa Rupa Ayudhaya Namaha Namaskaromi Mam Raksha Raksha Shatrun Ghataya Ghataya. Like that. Then Hala Om Sri Halaya Namaha Bhagavad Ayudha Rupa Halaya Namaha Pushpe Pujayami Namaskaromi Mam Raksha Raksha. Same way, Om Bhagavad Ayudhaya Namaha Musalaya Namaha. Hala is जो खेत जोतने वाला होता है. Then Musala is जो कूटने वाला होता है. That also Bhagavan uses that आयुध. भगवान शिव के और भी बहुत आयुध होते हैं, प्रास, परिग, पट्टिस, शतग्नि, चक्र आदि आयुध. देर आर वेरी मेनी नेम्स आर देर आयुधों का. एक बार हमने वो देखा, सम ऑफ यू पीपल हैव सेंट टू मी इन दैट व्हाट्सएप आल्सो द होल आयुधस. So, Om Musaraya Namaha. Up to these are the Ayudhas. To them also Pushparchana. Okay. Now comes Bhagavan के कुछ आभरण इत्यादि. Om Kaustubhamanaye Namaha. Pushpai Pujayami. Why all of them? Because all of them are specific chihna of the Vishnu. With this, Vishnu Bhagavan's dhyanam becomes easier. Every devata have their own specific few things. Like Bhagavan Shiva has got Chandrama, his dress is different. Depending on which Shiva you are worshipping, meditating, Kapala Mala, Dhara Shiva, Nagabhushana Shiva, that is specific for him. With all the Kapala and Nagabhushana, you can't call him as Vishnu. And with Shankachakra Gada Padma, you can't call him as Shiva. Don't do all funny confusions. Vishnu is Vishnu, Shiva is Shiva, so that an order is maintained, facilitating the upasakas. इसलिए कभी भी इनसे छेड़ने का मत करना. लाइक दैट गणेश चतुर्थी पे वो लोग करते हैं ना, दे पुट गणेश एंड डिफरेंट रूप. दैट इज टू मच समटाइम्स. लिटिल बिट अलाउड बट नॉट दैट वे टोटली मेकिंग. दैट इज रॉन्ग. एनीवे हु विल टेल देम. कभी कभी ना गणेश भगवान को क्रिकेट खेलते हुए बनाते हैं. यार क्या है यार, ये मजाक मत उड़ाओ भगवानों का, फिर उसका बहुत बुरा असर होगा. बिकॉज फॉर ए लॉन्ग टाइम यू हैव मिसगाइडेड मेनी पीपल. डोंट डू दैट. So here we have seen Kaustubham, the beautiful Kaustubhamani of Paramatma. Of that also we have done the Upasana, because that also part of the divine, and this indicates Narayana. Kaustubha is not with other gods, only him. So to Mala, whenever the Mala we talk about, it's a beautiful Vanamala. Okay, the Mala can be again, Vanamala is preferred by Vishnu in the Krishna avatar, and the Pushpamala by Narayana, either Rama or Krishna, any form. So Mala, Om Mala भगवान का याद करके वो माला को ही माला पहना के पूजा करना. और एक पुष्पार्पणा. Then Srivatsam, the चिह्न of Srivatsa in the left side of the heart of the God, उसका भी हमें उपासना पूजा करनी. In this way, Anupujayetu. So by saying this, Bhagavan is saying, when you are asking about puja, these are the steps, I like them. They make me happy. नहीं करो तो मत करो, but जब मुझे पूछते हो तो ये करो, मुझे पसंद आएगा. With that, I will be happy to bless you. Then don't question the Lord, why only this way, why not the other way. जैसे when I come to your house, I'm not coming. Just when you ask me, I tell you ये वाला सब्जी बनाओ. और डोंट क्वेश्चन ये क्यों वो क्यों नहीं, बट पूछो मत. फिर जो बनाओ बनाओ, खाना तो खाना है, नहीं तो नहीं. पूछा तो बताते तो करना है. सो कृष्ण उद्धव जी ने पूछा, द कृष्णा टोल्ड, देन यू फॉलो इट. व्हाई देयर शुड बी दिस? प्लीज रिमेंबर द खुजली ऑफ द माइंड, स्पेशली एट द प्लेस ऑफ उपासनास, शुड बी एलिमिनेटेड बाय following with Shraddha on the goal and on the means, and the one who gave us the goal and means called as Guru or Shastra. Otherwise क्या होगा ना, हमेशा मन इन चीजों में प्रश्न करता है और जवाब के लिए तैयार नहीं होता है. Final conclusion is therefore it is not understood, I will not do upasana. ऐसा हमेशा नहीं होना. Everything is not that way grossly seen. It has got lot of subtle results, positive and non-positive. बिना लॉजिक का विचार का बेवकूफियां तो हम करते जाते हैं, वहां प्रश्न नहीं पूछते. Did we ask questions regarding any of the bad habits we have? We just indulge in them and regret after that, till again we are tempted to do the same mistake. वहां दिमाग काम ही नहीं करता. When it comes to spiritual sadhana, everything we question and we don't listen the answer, and then we don't do it. ऐसा नहीं करना. हो गया. Then after this, now Bhagavan tells us to do upasana to all his parshada, through whom he accomplishes all the works major. Only those big works like eliminating the Ravanadi, Kumbhakarnadi, Shishupaladi, Dantavaktradi, then he himself comes. Else, his Parsadas are enough to do his works. And they are always around him, in particular, to manage the crisis in general, to manage the entire Srishti at the Sthiti Kala, because Vishnumurti is Sthiti Karaka. So these are the Parsadas who are managing the work of the Sthiti, work of the universe during the Sthiti Kala on the behest of, on the guidance of Bhagavan Narayana. Mind you, they are the powers of Narayana embodied in the form of the beings and doing the work. Neither those bodies, nor those powers, nor those individuals are any day separate from Bhagavan. याद आया ना याद रखना इसको मॉर्निंग व्हाट वी आर स्टडिंग सो एग्जॉस्टिवली इन तैत्तिरीय उपनिषद इज ओनली दिस वन महद ब्रह्मा only taking the form of all the pankams in which all the physiological functions are there, instruments are there, more importantly even the so-called devatas also. One mahad brahma only becoming all these and managing the show. Again I am repeating, it is not Mahat Brahma is telling, therefore they are doing. That is at the lower level we tell that patham lesson. But in a higherly grown person, if asks a question, okay, the Mahat Brahma is telling, then these devatas are working. But where from they have come? When that question comes, the answer is they have come from Mahat Brahma only. Therefore, he himself is working through them. Then if he himself is working through them, then why should he instruct? Do I not instruct myself her movement what to do? मैं ही खुद अच्छा इधर जाना है उधर जाना है बिना इंस्ट्रक्शन का मैं थोड़ी काम करता हूँ अपने आप को देते जाता हूँ ना दैट इज हाउ ही गिव्स व्हाई डू हैव अ क्वेश्चन फनी क्वेश्चन स्मॉल क्वेश्चन सेम वे देर महत ब्रह्म ही सारे देवताओं के रूप में है यहाँ भी नारायण अलोन इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ इज आयुधास नारायण अलोन इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ इज आभरणास all this upasana which is a fact will later on help us to understand everything jada chaitanya chara achara is superimposed only on one absolute truth reality mahat brahma वहां ये वाला काम को है ठीक है now the parshadas also are expression of narayana what the job they do we already told who are they chant the mantra 27 नंदम सुनंदम गरुड़म प्रचंडम चंडमेव च महाबलम बलम चैव कुमुदम कुमुदेक्षणौ in the 8 directions of the god these are the 8 parshada one is in front of he is called as Garuda he is the 9th one he is the first one or is the 9th one we can say so Garuda ji ko agar aage rakhi do so then the other 8 are who are they see the count if it matches nandam then Sunandam, then the Prachanda, then the Chanda, 5th is Mahabala, 6th is Bala, 7th is Kumuda, and 8th is Kumudekshana. Pakka ho gaya? These are all the parts. And their Akara, their Rupa, their Shakti, their portfolios, they are all there in different Puranas. Everything cannot be given in one Purana. But this much enough. Bhagavan himself is saying, they are my Parshada. Through them I manage the entire show. You need to do upasana of them. Final level mein, they are not apart from me. I myself only there in that form. Okay? Do namaskar to once to all of them. Om Nandaya Namaha. Om Sunandaya Namaha. Om Prachandaya Namaha. Om Chandaya Namaha. Om Mahabalaya Namaha. Om Balaya Namaha. Om Kudaya Namaha. Om Kudekshanaaya Namaha. Then Om Garudaya Namaha. Do upasana. Bhagavan loves that. Like when somebody comes to our house, when you feed them and their servants and the drivers, it is a duty also and it pleases them. ये सब उनके सेवक पार्षद हैं फिर उनका उपासना ही भगवान को पूर्णतया संतोष प्रसन्नता देता है It is so simple. So, our attitude of devotion to be to the God and everything that belongs to Bhagavan. When I go to somebody's house, I respect that person. I have to also at least don't hate or insult his pet dog. है ना, कुछ ऐसा गलत बोल दिया मानो कुत्ते के, he will not give food only. He will say, get out Swamiji, out there, you insult my dog. You can insult me, not my dog. Oh my God. They have their own that type of feeling. So Narayana has his affinity to his own vibhutis. They're all his Parshadarupa vibhutis. The other ones are the Aidharupa, his own vibhutis. Clear? Now comes another specific portfolios of the Lord. Himself taking different forms, again in managing the show of the world and every individual also in that. So their names also Bhagavan is giving in Kavya Upasana daily karna. And how much it will take every time everybody आपको षोडशोपचार पूजा बना अभिषेक करना सब नहीं करने की जरूरत है. मेन षोडशोपचार पूजा do only to Narayana. To others just remember the name and पुष्पाई पूजयामि इतना कर दो, वो भी काफी हो जाएगा. No, I want to enjoy doing exhaustive puja to all of them. If you have time and willingness and resources, why not? Welcome. So in this 28th mantra, we will see Bhagavan tells us to do the upasana of all these embodiments of him only, who have different works to accomplish in the scheme of total universe, and also for us as a sadhaka or bhakta when we are in difficulties or when we are in the need or want of something. Who are they? Durgam Vinayakam Vyasam Vishwaksenam Gurun Surana स्वे स्वे स्थाने स्वाभिमुखान पूजयेत् प्रोक्षणादिभिः. देखो, all the also part of upasana. Durga is a Bhagavan's Mahamaya Shakti, who alone will make us cross the Rajo Tamo Guna so that we are in Sattva Guna, and using that Sattva Guna to do the upasana of the Lord. Same that Durga Devi also helps us defeating many enemies. Therefore, Durgai Namaha. Every day one pushparpana to be done. भगवान खुद ही लिख रहे हैं दुर्गा. And again, Durga is not separate from the Lord. That is Dushta Samharini Shakti. Okay, then Vinayakam. The Vinayaka is removal of the obstacles. Durga is removal of the enemies. Sometimes enemy only the obstacle. Obstacle is enemy. Sometimes they are difficult things, different things. The enemies can be the Rakshasas. The obstacles are our own lethargies, our own weaknesses, our own diseases, or somebody coming and troubling us, disturbing us. ये सारे obstacles होते हैं. वो सब भगवान विनायक removes. Therefore, विनायक पूजा. देखो, Durga and Vinayaka actually they are worshipped by the Shaivites only. But in the Vishnu पूजा के अंग के रूप में भगवान दुर्गा और विनायक का भी पूजा करो कह रहे हैं. So Vigna remover Vinayaka, Shatru Nirmulaka Durga Mata. And what to do? So many you not do. Little bit Om Dum Durga Durta Maharam Durgaye Namaha. Itna. Any of the mantras you remember, Durga Stotram or any Lalita, Karnaita Karo? If not, only Durgaye Namaha pass. So to here Vinayakam. If you do all that, Shastotram Vinayaka, Sahasranama Ardera Vinayaka, Shodashanama Sarder, Samukai Megandan, Kapilang, Gajatam Mudranam, Vikatayana Vignarajaya Vinayaka, and Homakedana, Dikshan Chandranam, Gajanayan Vakutan, and Surpakarana, Hiramban, Skanda Pujanam, Siddhinayak, Anam, Sri Maha, Ganadpati, Kardo, Srimanagninama, Simatrinama, Simat Masneshwari, Nirma, Mutantrinama, Nishpavayan Bhavana, Shanem Niskrodan, Kroshamanema, Nilovayan, Lovanashan, Nisamshan, Shake Nirma, Nirvavayan, Vavanashan, Nirikalpa, Nirabada, Nirvedan, Vedanash, Nirma, Nidnasayanam, Tibataniam, Niskriya, Nishparigrahima, Om Nistulayan, Nilachigurayan, Nirapayan, Nityanama, Dulabhayanam, Durgamayan, Durgayan, Dukantran, Sukapradanam, Dushta Durayanam, Duracharasman, Doshavitanam, Sarvagnanam, Chandra Karunayanam, Samanadagoritanam, Sarva Shaktimaye, Namaha, Sarva Magala Sarvapini Namaha. Some 20-25 names of the Durga, we chanted from the Lalita. Then Vinayaka, then Vyasa Puja, because it is the Jnana Amsha of the Bhagavan. Is it not? Vyasa Upasana makes us reveal all Veda Jnana, Veda Mantrokta Jnanam, and Purana Mantrokta Jnanam. And Vyasa Puja also should be every day. Om Sri Vyasa Maharshi Namaha. Om Sri Veda Vyasa Sadgurave Namaha. Om Vyasa Vishnurupa Vyasa Vishnave Namo Vai Brahmade Vastaya. Namo Namaha Vyasa Masnaptar Shakti Bhautra Magalvesham. Parasaratma Manje Sukdanta Vadim. और अचतुर्वदनो ब्रह्मा द्विबाहुर अपरोहरि अपालोचन शंभो भगवान बादरायण और देर वासुदेवाय नमः जगन्नाथाय नमः देर आर द अष्टोत्तरम सब श्री वेद व्यास भगवान that also can be done. But smaranam, pushparchanam, namaskaram and prarthana, oh Lord, please bless. So Durga removed enemies, Vinayaka removed obstacles, Vyasa gave us jnanam, then Vishwaksenaha. See, Vyasa, Vishwaksenam. So actually, विष्णु सहस्रनाम में शुरू से ही विश्वक्सेन का पूजा होता है. Vishwaksena, like the Kumara Swami or Skanda in the Shaiva or the Shiva Upasana is the leader of all the Sainya. Here the Vishwaksena is the Vishnumurti's expression of the Sainya Adhyaksha. Sainya protects from the enemy, Sainya also manages from within whenever there are emergencies. Vishwaksenam tamashraye. यस्य द्विदरथ भक्तराद्या पारिषाद्य पराशरम विघ्नं निघ्नन्ति सततं विश्वक्सेनं तमाश्रये. That is how Vishnu Sahasranama is starting. So Vishwaksena Puja Om Vishwaksenaaya Namaha, you do it. Then Gurun, देखो, our own Guru, immediate Guru, then the next Guru to him, then the entire Guru Parampara, then the Guru Tattva. I prefer one Pushpa to Om Sri Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. ओम द्राम दत्तात्रेयाय नमः. ओम श्री ज्ञानानंदमयम देव निर्मल स्फटिकाकृतिम आधारम सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवोपास्महे. ओम श्री हयग्रीव गुरवे नमः. Then Guru Tattvaaya Namaha. Then in our Guru Parampara, we are seeing Gurudev and Bhagavan Tapon Maharaj, Shivananda Bhagavan, and we see our Adi Shankaraji Ityadi. So Gurun, that's why the plural is given. So for that, we have Om Namo Brahmadibhyo Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo Vamsavishibhyo Mahadbhyo Namo Gurubhyaha. With this mantra, we can. And particularly whichever the Upanishads we are studying, whoever the Gurus are there, or Bhagavata is studying, the Gurus there, one Pushpa to one. Like every day we should do Vyasa and Shukadeva Namaskaram, Suta Namaskaram, because Bhagavatam we are studying, they are the Acharyas. Naradji also an Acharya, Sanatana, Sanaka Sanandanadi also are Acharyas. So here Bhagavan said Gurus. How many Gurus of the Rishi Parampara, how many Gurus in the Parampara of Purana, how many Guru Parampara Gurus of any of the Shastra, and in the contemporary world Mahatmas, Gurus, and the Gurus whose darshan you had even once, आप इनमें से कितने लोगों को आप याद करोगे वो सब बढ़िया है. होलसेल में यू कैन से गुरु तत्वाय नमः समस्त रूप गुरवे नमः. That is good, but that is not a test for your memory, is it not? The test for your effort and memory is for some time remember every guru and offer a pushpa. This is a gratitude also, because we might have gone without doing any sadhana wastefully to every guru, but no guru who comes in our life has gone without doing something for us. In this way, if you see in our life, each of us must have met at least 10 to 12 the Mahatmas, Jnanis, Gurus. At least 5, 6. In that, there will be Yoga Gurus are there, Karma Gurus are there, Bhakti Gurus are there, the Jnana Gurus are there, Tattva Gurus are there. Sab hoyenge. All of them are Gurus. So each one have done their own contribution in our evolution. Some have removed some obstacles, some have given some vision, some gave some upadesha, some corrected our lifestyle, some just removed our papa. कौन क्या किया है हमें को नहीं पता होता. But they being beyond the deha, with that sukshmata, they scan our personality, and whatever the work given to them of improving us, they do and go. Or when we go to them, they scan us and do something. Without doing anything, they don't send us. And everything they will not do, because it depends on our prarabdha, our runa, and Ishvara Leela ityadi. They don't take everything in their hands, those gurus. It's not that because they Brahmajnani, they have all the Shakti, everything they do. ऐसा नहीं होता गुस्ताखी, याद रखना इस बात को. So Gurun is clear. Remember all the gurus. Don't we do every day? Brahmane Namaha, Mahavishnaye Namaha, Brahmane Namaha, Sanakadimunibhyo Namaha, Naradaya Namaha, Vedavyasaya Namaha, Shuka Brahmarshe Namaha, Suta Mahamuni Namaha, Vaishampayana Rishe Namaha. These are all the Bhagavata Acharya Parampara. Then Atri Bhrugwadi Rishibhyo Namaha. Prahladadi Bhakta also gurus to us because from them we get inspiration. Every day Guru Parampara Smarana, Guru Datta Smarana, Guru. Because we studied in one of the earlier portion, in Taittiriya Upanishad Bhashyam, Guru Smarana means the Ati Mukhya Anga of Upasana. When he said, no, Maha Chamasya Pravedete, Maha Chamasya Rushigrahanam, Upasana Angam. Keep on doing it. And today's strong instruction is Guru Smarana from today. The Mula Guru, Parabrahma Tattva, the Adi Guru, the Dakshinamurti, the Yoga Guru, the Dattatreya Bhagavan, then the Jnana Guru, the Hayagriva, and then we have the Shastra Guru, the Adi Shankar Bhagavan, the Vedavyasa, the Bhashya Guru, the Adi Shankara, Parama Guru, our Tapon Maharaj, Swaguru, Puja Guru. Minimum. Other than that, any of the Mahatmas. Okay? Then Suran. Also offer one flower to all the devatas. That's why somebody gave that beautiful shloka which includes all these. They say, A Brahma Lokad Asheshat, A Loka Loka Parvatat, Ye Vasanti Dvijaha Devaha, Tebhyaha Nityam Namo Namaha. Right from Brahma Loka to all the lokas, in all the places, whoever are the devatas and gurus, Dvijas are there, to all of them my daily pranam, one flower. A Brahmaloka, Asheshada Loka Loka Varadat, Eva Santitya Devastebhyo Nitya Namo Namaha. Wholesale. Particularly if you remember the devatas and do spend time, good. For that we already have the Veda mantras. Shanno Mitra Shamvarunaha, Shanno Bhavatvaryama. Is it not? In the same way we have Bhadram Karane Vishunyama Deva, Bhadram Bashima Akshaviretraha, Stirai Rangahi Tushvam Sastanu Vyasham Devitamidayu. Then Swastina Indro Ruddhashravaha, Swastina Pusha Vishwavedaha, Swastina Starksho Arikshta Nemihi, Swastino Brahaspatir Dadatu. Or we can say Twadashadityebhyo Namaha, Ekadasrudrebhyo Namaha, Dasadikpalakebhyo Namaha, Navagrahebhyo Namaha, Ashtavasavebhyo Namaha, Saptarshibhyo Namaha. In whatever the way you can do, but keep on every day doing that. The grace of all of them only in lesser time can remove all the impurities in us, from us. In the lesser time only they can empower us so that our spiritual sadhana is enhanced. देखो पहले कुछ गाड़ियां स्टार्ट नहीं होते थे, धक्का लेना पड़ता था. जितना तगड़ा बंदा धक्का देता है वो दौड़ कर स्टार्ट हो जाती थी. तो all these devatas give a dhakka to us till we are convinced about the goal and means and walked some distance, and then we can say to them, oh Lord, oh Devata Gurus, now I understood, I have to do only the upasana of this Pranavadi, and I have to meditate on Tattvas Mahamakya. Now you can relax. Whenever I ask you to help me, at that time come. In the beginning, everything is a problem, so you have to help me. Is it not? For a child, he can't hold the slate, he can't hold the slate pencil, he cannot even write one. So teacher only pakad ke likhati. Later on, he himself does, and any letter is difficult, again she comes and tells. In the same way, in the beginning, they only get it done through us, everything. As we get matured, we start doing, their burden is reduced at a higher level. We know what to do, what to achieve. Then we disturb them very less. Occasionally, aakar dekhiega. Like now, we need not disturb Gurudev that much. Only we do upasana. We only tell him to protect us from our own negativity. Now we are doing our study. Please empower in that study of the Shastra. That's it. We study, we contemplate, we meditate. Of course, by grace. इस तरह से हमें सुरान देवताओं का भी प्रणाम. Then all of them स्वे स्वे स्थाने स्व अभिमुखान पूजेत प्रोक्षणादि विहीन. Keep them abhimukha to you. Central way main Vishnu and some devatas here, some there, and do the prokshanadi to them and pushparchana and naivedya. There are some people, they have gallery of all the devatas. To all of them they do Padyarghasaniyam. To all of them do the pushparchana tulsidalam. In front of all of them they put small plate, and to every one of them they put naivedya. Some of those who don't have time, they make a buffet system. Oh God, you go and have. In that way also they do. Okay, yeah. Then now 34, 35. How many slokas are there? Mhm. Last sloka it is of the upasana. Then thereafter, no. Where we are? 34, 28 हो गए ना. स्वेस्ते स्वाने स्वविमुखान प्रोजेत प्रोक्षणादिभिः. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slokas which will conclude the tantra upasana. Then the Vaidika upasana of the Yajnam Bhagavan will explain. So tomorrow we'll take full time to explain this tantra. Tantra means the continuation of the upasana. Very beautiful it is. How to do that chandana, Ushira, Karpura, Kunkuma, Garu, Salilaihi. What Bhagavan means, tomorrow we'll see. Listen twice, thrice, get the data, then see your own possibility and ability. Start doing that. और जितना कर सकते हो करो तो उसका उतना फल मिलता रहता है. But all the time, self-inspiration, self-suggestion. I must be a bhakta and I have to do the bhajana or upasana of my Ishtadeva. Make him happy and with his grace, may I get whatever I need. May I transcend all my inner difficulties. May in fact see the Paramatma only in experience and not get mukti. इस तरह का भावना निरंतर बढ़ाते ही जाना. थोड़ा जितना हो सके उतना. Thank you. Now today Puja Gurudev's Aradhana day. Same day we will see Sri Ramachandra ji also. He is going into his Vaishnava Dhama. In our Sri Valmiki Ramayana Shastra Adhyanam. Now we'll complete here. Purnamidam Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Hari Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Sri Krishna Chandra Bhagavan ki jai. Sri Bhagavat Mahaparana Shastra ki jai. Bolo bhai Sadgurudev Bhagavan ki jai. Don't run away. Come back for our Ramayana class.